Do I like living in Cebu? Short answer, absolutely. Um, give you some stats on Cebu. Cebu, according to Chat GDP, um, Cebu has 4,460 square kilometers, which equals to 1,725 square miles. When I went to look up the crime rate in Cebu, I had to leave ChatGDP and go to Google. According to Google, as of January of 2022, the most common crimes committed in the Philippines is murder, of course. Now, this is all of the Philippines. This is not zeroed in on Cebu. Murder, number one. Organized crime, number two, which most of the time deals with illegal drug trade and um, loan sharking. Petty crimes like small theft of personal items. I was surprised by number four, to be honest with you. It was rape. Okay, number five, domestic violence, then human trafficking, which comes to prostitution, and corruption and police misconduct was the last one that came up on Google. When I go to Wikipedia, okay, and I ask about the crime rate, now this is just for the Philippines, okay? Murder number one, organized crime number two. And like I says, it that covers extortion, illegal narcotics, loan sharking, robbery, kidnapping, murder for hire, illegal drug trade. Okay, petty crimes, which includes pickpocketing, is a problem in the Philippines. It takes place usually in locations with many people. Again, which really surprised me, was rape. Rape in the Philippines is considered a criminal offense. In Philippine jurisprudence, it is hideous crime punishable by reclusion. I can't read the word, but committed against women. Rape of males is also legally recognized as rape by sexual assault. Um, Next crime is domestic violence. Then you got human trafficking. And finally, corruption and police misconduct. Now, I could tell you, being in the Philippines for a little over a year, I hear nothing about murder. I hear some stuff about organized crime as far as extortion, but as far as kidnapping and murder for hire, no, not even close to hearing anything like that. Illegal drug trade, surprisingly for me, being an ex-cop, I don't see it. I don't see people at the corners selling marijuana, cocaine, or any kind of drugs. Am I saying it's not there? No. Okay, but I'm just saying after being here for a year, I have not seen it. Petty crimes such as pickpocketing and those kind of crimes, I've been warned about it. I've been warned numerous times. I carry a special lock bag that you can't cut, you can't unzip it because there's special locks on it. So I have not been a victim of any kind of petty crime. I actually not heard any issues with rape. So I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Women here, they don't have the rape um, organizations out here like they have in the states. So are they hiding that because of embarrassment? I could see that. Domestic violence. That's another thing that I don't see. I've met a lot of Filipino families, and I just don't see um, the physical abuse. Not even the mental abuse, to be honest with you. Now, am I saying again is it does not exist? No. Okay, but these are some of the crime statistics in the Philippines. You know, a couple of other things about the Philippines you should know. According to ChatGDP, Cebu is the ninth largest island in the Philippines and is located in the Visayan region in the central part of the archipelago. Cebu City is the provincial capital, is a bustling metropolis, is the oldest city in the Philippines. It serves as the main gateway of the island. So watch the video. Again, my short answer is, do I like the Cebu? Absolutely. At the end of it, I'll give you some stats about budgeting, and I'll catch you at the end of the video.
One of the benefits of living in Cebu as a foreigner is that the island and the city offer a unique experience for foreigners. When living in the Philippines, one discovery you may find is that each city and island is slightly different, which adds to its unique charm. Cebu is no different in this respect. So what is life like living in Cebu as a foreigner? As a whole, Cebu is a fantastic city and island to live in. International business leaders and investors find living in Cebu very rewarding as there are still, to this date, many opportunities for business and investment across the island and city. Cebu is also popular with digital nomads, retirees, expats, and international students. This is because Cebu is a modernized city. In other words, living in Cebu is very attractive to many foreigners because the city has many amenities needed to live a comfortable life. Cebu is also well known for other areas on the island, such as Mandaue City, Lapu-Lapu City, Oslab, Moalboal, Danao City, and Donbantayan. These areas are very appealing to foreigners living in Cebu as each destination has additional benefits. For example, Oslab is well known for its whale sharks, Moalboal has the advantage of beautiful picturesque beaches, and Mandaue City offers slightly lower living expenses than Cebu City. In addition, when looking at what life is like living in Cebu as a foreigner, it's essential to mention the island's people. Cebuano individuals are very friendly, welcoming, and highly educated. As always, there are pros and cons of living in Cebu. And likewise, there are good and bad people, so when living in Cebu as a foreigner, it's always essential to trust your gut instincts. Over the years, business and investment boomed across Cebu, allowing for the island's growth. This is fantastic and certainly plays into the pros and cons of living in Cebu. However, even though the benefit of living in Cebu as a foreigner includes a modern lifestyle, it also comes with a drawback. The city can be highly congested and busy. If you wonder if Cebu is a good place to live for foreigners, you will find the answer relies upon your individual lifestyle needs. Nonetheless, in most cases, Cebu is a good place to live as a foreigner. It offers foreigners a modern lifestyle in a lively city with easy access to stunning beaches. Cebu and Manila share a lot of qualities. Based on several considerations, if we were to place a foreigner in Manila and Cebu, without them knowing the location, it may take them some time to correctly guess what location they are in due to the likeness of many external factors. This is on a surface level, but it would be easy for the foreigner to distinguish between the two cities after some time. One of the reasons a foreigner may find it challenging to distinguish between Manila and Cebu is that the first problem they will encounter is traffic. In modern times, the traffic levels of both cities are horrendous, and during peak times, it's not uncommon to be sat in traffic for hours. Other factors will make it difficult for our foreigner avatar to know the exact location. This includes corporate dominance, which is visibly seen all across the Philippines. Next, we have the condominiums. She will find that condominium projects from specific developers are nearly identical in design. However, it's much easier to see the differences when living in Cebu versus Manila after some time. For example, Manila has, on average, an higher crime index score. In addition, poverty is visible. And the slums of Manila had been a well-documented subject over the last few years. So what are the main differences between living in Cebu versus Manila? The main difference in living in either city includes living expenses, visible poverty, accessibility, and general lifestyles. Similarities of Cebu versus Manila include identical condominium developments, congested traffic, and investment opportunities. So after looking at what is life like living in Cebu as a foreigner and considering living in Cebu versus Manila, the ultimate question today is what the pros and cons of living in Cebu as a foreigner are. Pros of living in Cebu as a foreigner. Access to immigration departments. The Bureau of Immigration has many offices stretched across Cebu, with most of these being situated in Cebu City. For example, suppose you want to extend your retirement visa or obtain a long-term visa while living in Cebu. In that case, you will have no problems as the immigration department has many facilities, and most requests can be actioned directly at the immigration office in Cebu. In addition, you will find travel agencies and visa support companies willing to assist foreigners in gaining the correct visa type. Often this includes a higher price than what you would pay initially, but it does make the process somewhat stress-free. Modernized city lifestyle. When looking at what life is like in Cebu as a foreigner, we discovered that Cebu has a modern lifestyle, but what does that mean? There are many corporations for many industries that are situated in Cebu. This includes well-known gyms, restaurants, cafes, bars, and so on. These places of interest and other considerations such as transportation and nightlife result in a modernized way of life, and thus is often essential to consider when looking at the pros and cons of living in Cebu as a foreigner. High level of English proficiency. In general, the Philippines is a country that has a high level of English proficiency. Statistically, the Philippines is the second best country in Asia for spoken English. This is important to mention when looking at the pros and cons of living in Cebu as a foreigner because clear communication is often one of the most significant advantages residing in the Philippines in general. If you have an accent, it may be difficult for some Cebuanos to understand every word, so I would always recommend slowing down the pace ever so slightly. In the Philippines, the schools teach American English, and most schools use a standard neutral tone. Thus Cebuano may find it slightly challenging to understand if you have a very strong accent. Accessibility to beach, waterspots, and other islands. The next advantage of living in Cebu as a foreigner is that you can undoubtedly find a suitable place on the island. Not many places in the Philippines have modernized city life, such as Cebu. Still, with easy access to beautiful beaches, Cebu has become a hotspot for foreigners living in the Philippines. There are many beautiful beaches all across the north and southwest of the island. Oslob is a well-known area for those looking to get up and close with whale sharks. But in the northern part of Cebu, you will find some of the most beautiful beaches on the island. Direct international flights. Direct flights are an underrated topic when looking at the pros and cons of living in Cebu as a foreigner. Unfortunately, many are unaware of just how many direct flights operate from Cebu Airport. Over the years, the development in the transportation sector has been clear. There are many plans for the expansion of transportation. Still, at this moment in time, not all cities in the Philippines operate direct flights. Grab is available across the city. As you may be aware, Grab is a company that allows its customers to order taxis from their app. This is often much more convenient and cheaper than hauling down a taxi. However, Grab is not available in every area, and the more remote an area becomes, the less Grab is available. However, there are many Grab drivers all across Cebu City. Cons of living in Cebu as a foreigner. Over the years, the traffic in Cebu has become highly congested, and even though there are plans and operations to reduce this, the roads still seem to be highly congested. When we explored living in Cebu versus Manila, we discovered that the traffic in both areas could be indistinguishable. Therefore, it's recommended to travel during non-peak times if possible. Factors of the traffic are: poor road network. There are a lot of side streets and back streets in Metro Cebu, but the problem is that they barely bypass between populated places and major malls. It means that you need to get to one of the main streets to go to your destination even if you're close to it on the map. It increases the traffic volume on the main roads. Narrow roads. Most of the main roads in Metro Cebu are two-lane except for a handful of them. However, considering the facts mentioned earlier, these main roads are not wide enough to control the volume of cars. However, adding more lanes is unfeasible because buildings and houses stand right next to the streets already. Uncontrolled intersections. Not all, but some major intersections don't have a traffic light or traffic police despite suffering from a high volume of traffic. If there is none of them, what happens is that everybody weaves in and out of other cars while blocking other lanes. It brings us catastrophic traffic congestion. Accidents. Accidents happen. Usually, when it happens, many people park their car or motorcycle alongside the sidewalk in order not to hinder the flow of traffic. Here, it's different. People try not to move their vehicles and leave them on the site where a crash occurred and wait for the police to come. It doesn't matter how many lanes they block. Police also try not to move them until all the hearings are finished. Meantime, people need to circumvent the site while making cars behind queuing up. Air, noise pollution. There has been tremendous growth in Cebu City over the last few years. This includes several condominium projects and other constructions. But with all this ongoing work and heavy traffic pollution, both air and noise can suffer. Rental prices can be high. Cebu has an overall lower cost of living compared to Manila. Still, due to an expat's lifestyle or business commitments, they may have to live in certain areas, which may not be the cheapest. If you are looking to lower the costs of rental prices, it's recommended to rent long-term if possible and always negotiate before signing a contract. Poverty as visibility. Poverty is heartbreaking in the Philippines as there are many economic issues, making it very challenging for anybody to break out of poverty no matter how determined they are. Unfortunately, over the years, more and more Filipino families find themselves under that poverty line. Visible poverty is not so much well seen in Cebu versus Manila, but it is still at a visible sight that can be seen across the city.
So I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. I gave you some hard stats on the crime rate. I hope I didn't scare anybody out there, but it is what it is. You can do your own research. Personally, I have not seen a lot of crime. And being an ex-cop, um, again, you're constantly on the lookout for that kind of stuff to make sure you're not going to be involved in any kind of, be a victim of anything kind of stupid. You kind of watch where you're going to go and where you're hanging out. But I have not seen any of those crimes where I'm at. Now, I live in Cebu. I've been here over a year. Um, my first 3 months, I stayed at a place called Alicia. And then I moved to Mactan, Newtown. Mactan, Newtown. Mactan, Newtown. One word. And I'm going to be doing a video on that as far as a budget is concerned. Some of the other things I like about the Philippines is its beautiful beaches, its affordable cost of living, which I'm going to go over with you in a little bit. Historical cultural sites. There's a lot of history here in Cebu. You want to. One of the reasons why I came to the Philippines to begin with is its Catholic community. It's the third largest community of Catholics in the world. Okay, think about that. The third largest. A lot of holidays here that are connected to the church. They have a festival that's come. It's right now. It's in effect. It ends the end of January, where it's called Sinulog, the Sinulog Festival. It honors Santanino, which is child Jesus, and there's a lot of dancing and a lot of clothing that will just surprise the heck out of you. I'm looking forward to going whale shark watching. You actually get to swim with the whale sharks way up south of Cebu, which is about maybe from where I'm at, about a 2.5 hour drive. And for you guys that are into saints, there is, you're familiar with Our Lady of Fatima. There's a church way up north where they've duplicated the entire grounds of Our Lady of Fatima site in Portugal and have duplicated that here in Cebu. I'm really looking forward to that. Mactan, Newtown, my affordable cost of living. So I'm going to do a video on where I live, some of the other condos. I'm currently on the 15th floor overlooking the ocean. 15th floor overlooking the ocean. I'm on a 1 bedroom, and get this, 3 bathroom condo. They call it a premium unit. The reason why it's got 3 3 bathrooms, is because there's a room that they consider a maid's quarters. And with that, they got a bathroom in there. Plus, you have a bathroom in the center of the condo and one in the bedroom. I get up every morning and I'm looking at the ocean. Um, it's unbelievable. I'm currently paying just for the unit itself, and that includes underground parking. Now, next week, I'm going to go over my budget and break it down per item. But right now, just where I'm at, I'm paying $700 and about $30 US dollars a month for this unit. That includes electric and water and my parking, which comes up to about 41,000 pesos. And I'm overlooking the ocean with a balcony. So that's it for me as far as what I'm going to explain to you on this video as far as my budget. Stand by, you're going to see it, another one. I don't know if you saw Gio's interview with me about Cebu and my budget. I gave a little bit bigger background with Gio in that interview. We're going to be getting together and hopefully do another video. That video happened to be his 6th largest interview video that he's ever had, which I was kind of shocked, to be honest with you. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please, please, please hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when the next video is coming out. Your comments are really appreciated. Please give me your comments, and I will definitely get back to you. Until the next time, be safe. Bye.